At this time, I'd like to call to order the Board of Education board meeting of October 16th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Andrea, can you call the roll, please?
Jose Alamillo.
Here.
Andrea Delvetti here. Allison Downs.
Here.
Tina Iwanio.
Here.
Stephanie Fiore.
Here.
Ina Sada.
Here.
Jennifer Ziegler. Here. Also in attendance is Dr. Borshevsky, Dr. Stavru, Dr. Leva, Ms. Manganello, Mr. Humbles, Mr. Dini, Mr. Morancho, Dr. Parchment, Ms. Howlett, Mr. Amsler, Ms. Maglioni, Ms. Lindenbach, Ms. Grotke, and Ms. Bulow.
Okay, we have a quorum. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education establish the consent agenda as presented.
I'll move. I'll second.
Any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, Andrea, can you call the roll, please?
Fiore.
Yes.
Sada.
Yes.
Ziegler. Yes. Alamillo.
Yes.
Delvetti, yes. Downs.
Yes.
Iwanio.
Motion passed. Oh, sorry, yes. Yes, okay. Motion passes. Okay, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda.
I'll move.
Okay, any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, Andrea, can you call the roll, please?
Fiore.
Yes.
Sada.
Yes.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Alamillo.
Yes.
Delvetti, yes. Downs.
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes. Got it right that time. Okay, motion passes. Okay, being that there were no items removed from the consent agenda, we'll skip item 5. Okay.
Why that's in there? So weird.
You have to.
We should talk about it.
Okay, next up is public participation. Do we have anything? Nope. Okay, we'll move on to the next item. Okay, enclosed in the board packet was your enrollment reports. Are there any questions, comments, concerns about the enrollment reports?
No.
No.
I will say we're close to pre-COVID enrollment. We're getting there. So that is definitely an interesting trend. Principals continue to do home visits, finding many students in significant need that are finding themselves in our learning community. So they had a tough one today, and we continue to bring the kids in.
Is this to bring in like the younger kids? Is that what the home visits are for?
So we do a home visit if they register with an affidavit or living with the district resident, just to make sure that, you know, they're living here. So that has been our standard protocol this year.
Perfect.
Just to confirm residency. So knocking on doors, going inside, all of that. And we're doing that on our own. We're not using an agency or anything.
But other districts are known to use agencies, right? Then that
Most do.
and that costs additional taxpayer dollars.
That costs money, and we did in the past. Unfortunately, you know, I think it's different when you're literally walking into the building and parents are seeing a familiar face, whether it's the best of circumstances or not. Just going inside and assuring that the student lives here is very important. So,
Yep, I agree. I think it's a good process. So we appreciate you doing
I kind of worry about the safety of our administrators, especially nowadays. I personally don't know if I feel our staff going door to door is the best situation.
I understand, Allison. I agree. I mean, I found myself in situations, and I know they have as well. It's just that we can't count on an outside third party to address the situation as we would at the highest standard that we want it addressed at. So it would probably be a better idea if we can get assistance from the local authority to accompany us, not maybe go in, but just be on the street, and maybe that's something we can entertain in the future. But I still think that, I mean, we're finding, we continue to find families that have been at this for quite some time, doing it on our own as opposed to using an agency. It's just a more, I don't know what the word is. It's proven to be more effective.
Do you think there would be, because we've had a lot of backlash.
Yep.
This always happens.
Yep.
Do you feel that if it was an agency, there wouldn't be that much backlash?
I don't know. I mean, I would think that seeing a familiar face, especially if you're someone that's been here for, if you're registering with living with the district resident for 6 years, I would imagine that it's a little more comfortable seeing one of us at the door than a random stranger, I did get a question from someone that said, well, this is how it's going to be. I'm not switching over titles, this and that. And at that point, you're leaving it up to the administration to decide, right?
Yeah.
So this year it was a blanket, because we hadn't done it in a while. So this year it was more of a blanket. Everybody in this category gets a door knock. So, and we did. Now, going forward, there are those that are multi-generational families, for example, that we know live there. We're not going to go back there next year. It was confirmed, right? But that, I think, as a general rule, it's a good thing to get out there that we are boots on the ground, knocking on doors, and ensuring that the kids that are going to these beautiful schools actually live here, So, as I said, this year was a general, these categories get a door knock. Going forward, I think that they'll make some decisions about what that looks like, but I caution that because you want to be objective, right? Why did you knock on my door and you didn't knock on their door and they registered with that same category? So that's what you run into a little bit.
I just don't know that if it was an agency doing that there would be that much of a dialogue with the family. I mean, we're here, we have, the agency, they have no idea who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
This is the criteria you have to meet in order to go to our district.
Right.
And I just don't know if the families are going to have as much to say to an agency as they do to as our administrators.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I will say about an agency is here it's a knock on the door to see if you're home. An agency is following you more than just your home.
But there have been instances where that has been the case too, where there's a question, do they live here, do they live in Bensonville? So then someone's following them to see, which that just really makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that just get angry for the slightest thing and you don't know what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my sister was driving her car and this guy went around her and hit her. And when they stopped, he said, well, you're going too slow. She said, so you hit me? To move her along faster? That's just, it just makes me nervous.
Yeah,
I understand.
I agree with Allison. Affected me, it makes me really nervous, especially with social media now. Because if it was an agency, who is it? I don't know. Since you guys are not, that's the people I don't want to know. So I don't want backlash while you're there. I don't want backlash when your car is parked or when you leave the school. So that's what I worry about. I worry about you guys' safety. I don't want you guys to, especially because social media intensifies. It's like a weak hook.
Right.
It's like, wow. It's bad.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to be careful. And then if you guys have certain rules, it's like it's two of us that make sure the two of you that one of us is busy. Don't break that rule. Make sure the two of you that will go over. Whatever you guys come up with a plan to be safe. Because yeah, especially it's known
Right.
because maybe in the past it wasn't, but there's Facebook pages
Right.
just for this.
Mhm.
So,
Thank you.
So something for you guys to think about and
Yep,
review your
absolutely.
procedures and make sure everyone's safe. And
Yep, we will. Thank you.
anything else?
No.
All right. The next item is examples of excellence. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel it today due to a communication error, so get excited for next month. They will be here. But November 6th, there's an invitation on your table for STEAM Night, Wednesday, November 6th at Washington School.
Yep.
Last year it was really cool to see what they created, so it'll be nice to see what they do this year. Okay, next up is board business, the Triple I Conference. Ken, I think you had a little bit.
Yeah, the only change this year is you're not going to get a paper binder. You'll find your information in a PDF via email, so you can access everything on your phone. We're saving trees. And we continue to make reservations, more detailed schedule to follow,
Awesome.
since no one carries their binders around.
Except Allison.
I do. Mine's in my backpack right here. We're going to grow. We're growing. We're growing.
Okay.
If our kids can do it, we can do it. Also, reminder that we're all registered for the West Cook Division meeting on October 29th at 2024, going to support our representative.
Thank you very
Allison
much. I
Downs.
appreciate that.
And the topic is the state legislators representing every legislative district within the West Cook Division will be invited as featured presenters. Ooh.
Yay.
So we'll learn about that. But nobody will be getting awards because they moved that to the spring banquet.
Which I will be at to celebrate all of you and all the awards you get.
So wonderful. Can't wait.
No comment.
What'd you say? Oh. Up next is old business, so there's no old business, so we'll move on. My pages are sticking. Okay. New business information. Do you want to start this? Do you want to start this?
Sure. So October is Principal Appreciation Month. I'm going to get a whole month. Some people get a day. I don't know. They get a month. So the governor has a proclamation that Tina is going to read, and then Kathy will be pushing out communication to the community to encourage our parents and staff to send you tokens of appreciation, which I think they do often. I'm sure you felt the love today. So I'm hoping that you know how much you're appreciated and how much the board and I value your leadership and all you do every single day for our students and staff. So the people that live, work, and learn in this community are very, very blessed because of all of you and the presence you have in our lives. So thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, now for the proclamation. Okay. Whereas school principals play an integral role in nurturing a positive, student-centered culture in elementary, middle, and high school, in our case, just elementary, middle, across the state of Illinois, and whereas school principals are responsible for attracting and retaining the best teachers in Schiller Park and support staff to ensure that each child receives equitable education opportunities and services to reach their potential, and whereas it is the primary responsibility of the state of Illinois to provide adequate and equitable resources for schools so that all students have access to quality education and foundation for a successful future. And whereas the Illinois Principals Association, which represents over 6,600 educational leaders statewide, believes that educators' experiences and voices are essential to crafting effective education policy. And whereas school leaders face many obstacles in supporting and educating our young people, and it is through their perseverance, passion, and hope-filled leadership that Illinois continues to produce quality, career-ready students. And whereas we must continue to encourage, support, and recognize our school principals who have a positive impact on Illinois students and the educational system in the land of Lincoln. Therefore, J.B. Pritzker, Governor of the State of Illinois, do hereby proclaim the week of October 20th through 26th as Principals Week and Friday, October 25th as Principal Day in Illinois to recognize principals in the Illinois Principal Association for all that they do to help our children learn and succeed. So thank you for everything you do. You guys are the face of the district. You are who our parents see when they drop their kids off, who they see when they pick their kids up, and who they go to for support in many instances besides just educating our students. So thank you so much for everything you do on a day-to-day basis to make our schools as great as they are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job. Thanks, except I can't read. Okay, so next we have new business action. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education approve the Resolution 2501 of the Board of Education directing the school treasurer to permanently transfer monies in the amount of $250,000 from the O&M fund to the Capital Projects Fund.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns?
I was just wondering, we have nothing else that we have to fix or repair or update or anything like that for this year, do we?
So there's things that have popped up, like, for example, the soft area at Washington School, which is supposed to be grass and is dirt. We just continue to struggle there. So we've gotten quotes to turn that into like a playground surface instead, because it's in the fenced-in area. So I think we're going to do turf there, and then the same thing here at Kennedy in that same small little green space. But other than that, for the most part, we're in really good shape with our buildings, and Mike next year is going to help us work on a 10-year plan to ensure that we're updating our systems and our roofs and all the big things, so that when he marches off into retirement, we're not calling him, asking him what we're supposed to do next. So the short answer is yes.
Okay. Good.
Good. Any other questions or comments, concerns? Nope. Andrea, can you call the roll?
Fiore,
Yes.
Sada,
Yes.
Ziegler, Alamio,
Yes.
Delzati, yes. Downs,
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes, motion passes. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education approve press policy issue 116 as presented.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? The details were in the board packet.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrea, can you call the roll, please?
Fiore,
Yes.
Sada,
Yes.
Ziegler, Alamio,
Yes.
Delzati, yes. Downs,
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes, motion passes. Do we have executive sessions tonight? Nope. Okay. No executive session, so we'll move on to action on closed session items. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education maintain the closed session meeting minutes from March 2024 to August 2024 closed to the public as discussed, or as in the board packet.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns? Andrea, can you call the roll?
Fiore,
Yes.
Sada,
Yes.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Alamio,
Yes.
Delzati, yes. Downs,
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes, motion passes. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education approve the personnel report for the month of October as presented.
I'll move.
Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns?
Mm-mm.
Okay, seeing none, Andrea, can you call the roll, please?
Fiore,
Yes.
Sada,
Yes.
Ziegler, Alamio,
Yes.
Delzadi, yes. Downs,
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes, motion passes. Next up is public participation. Still seeing none.
I'd just like to say one thing. There's treats in the executive session area. Set out for tonight, so if you'd like to get a little treat on the way out.
You can get yourself a
feel free to walk through the executive.
Brian set up an executive session.
Sell treats, so, you know.
Brian and Chrissy.
So, you know.
Do you think maybe there's something we should be discussing?
I think,
Like,
I think there's something.
Something we missed?
But at least have a treat.
Okay. I think this goes back to when we had,
out through the Lincoln hallway and get a little cup of candy.
Yes, please, please.
I feel like this has to do with when we had our meeting at Washington.
It
and
does.
Washington set up some nice treats, so I feel like there's a mini competition.
You don't know the treats. Washington meeting. We work diligently to make this happen.
I have to also say, it was walking.
Calls it out.
I know you guys. When I was walking in today, it was nice to see that you guys weren't all like huddled together like this in Brian's office. You guys had a little bit of space sitting in Chrissy's office, so
Yes.
it looks like the remodel is done a little, this has been a little nice for you
Yeah, you
guys.
should walk a little bit, you should walk through there on your way
Thank you
out.
so much.
So I saw the nice standing desk, so it looks good.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Any other public participation besides Mr. Amsler letting us know that there is treats?
It's Mr. Amsler offering the candy.
Well, thank you. I'd like to entertain a motion that the Board of Education adjourn the board meeting of October 16th at 6:23 PM. Okay. Andrea, call the roll, please.
Fiore,
Yes.
Sada,
Yes.
Ziegler, Alamio, Delzadi, yes. Downs,
Yes.
Iwanio.
Yes. Motion passes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a nice evening.
Go get your candy.